In this century, we know that indigenous people make up the smallest racial groups in North America, specifically the land of the free, the United States of America. Yet, a lot of misconceptions about them arise. We should recognize these groups as historically rich and culturally diverse. Today, we list down the top 10 facts about Native Americans that go beyond common media stereotypes like pilgrims and cowboys to get to know more about our indigenous brothers and sisters. Before we go on, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to make sure you stay updated with all new content. With that, let's get right into it. Number 10. A large chunk of indigenous people are bilingual. Bilingualism is no foreign concept to our indigenous friends. Contrary to how the media portrays it, a significant number of natives actually speak more than one language. Statistics show that among the Navajo group of people, a large amount of 73% is actually capable of speaking in not only Navajo. However, as generations pass, fewer and fewer natives could speak their language, which prompted the United States to create the Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People in 2007 to help preserve these endangered languages. Number 9. A lot of Native groups are matriarchal. Native Americans were way ahead of their game in terms of feminism. In fact, groups like Hopi and Haudenosaunee naturally put women on the pedestal and have them hold the leadership roles as clan mothers who hold the power over decisions. It's also noteworthy to mention that most women fought alongside men in battles instead of staying behind to cook and care. While mainstream media depict men as the main character, modern history are starting to show evidence that women played big roles in indigenous history. Number 8. Native Americans did not live in teepees alone. Hollywood always portrayed indigenous housing as tents on sticks, and while there's a certain truth to that depiction, it wasn't always the most correct. Because Native Americans include a wide array of tribes, this meant different architecture. Most of the time, American Indian architecture was heavily influenced by their environment. Take for example the people of the Iroquois Nation who lived in longhouses, houses with a long and narrow shape made from different materials of wood. Number 7. Native Americans like to style their hair. We all know natives to be visually known for their exquisite style, but never paid much attention to their hair. It turns out that hair was just as important to them as their clothing because of the pride and was treated meticulously with care and intricate processes. Various materials are used like porcupine tail bones with quills as hairbrushes, wood discs to style. They would even use bear grease or deer marrow as pomades or hair dressing. Nature definitely got its back when it came to hairstyling. Number 6. Paint was a sacred art. In Native American cultures, body painting played a significant cultural meaning to the people. Paint literally meant power both spiritually and physically. The art of painting was used in most of their important occasions, such as honoring the dead, giving thanks, and celebrating important tribal milestones. Each color used different material and conveyed significant meanings, such as red from berries for strength, black from charcoal for battle, and white from clay for peace. In recent years, these ancestral symbols now have new meaning in the contemporary world. Number 5. Native Americans and Spanish established America's earliest cities. You probably didn't know that 12 of the oldest cities in the United States came from early Native American and Spanish civilizations. These cities include Oraibi in Arizona, which was found to be from Hopi natives, and Taos Pueblo in New Mexico, which was historically founded by the Taos Pueblo tribe. Most Americans would assume that the first U.S. settlements would be around the East Coast, but it seems that this was not the case. The first Thanksgiving was not even by pilgrims, but rather by Spanish explorers and natives in the old city of St. Augustine. Number 4. Moons of Native America. Native Americans had a deep connection with nature, and one of the deepest of them is their relationship with the moon, specifically the full moon. Not only was the moon their marker of time and seasons, but also the beacon of the order of things. The natives relied on the moon to know when hunting season was coming or when the harvest is bountiful for fruit and corn. A full moon in the month of January, for example, meant that cold, deep snow is coming and would signal the wolves to hunt. Number 3. They were the first few fur parents. Anthropological studies have shown that humans first domesticated European gray wolves and brought these canines along in North America and it's no surprise that the natives would have these dogs integrate into their lifestyles and cultures. Dogs not only served as trustworthy companions, but also had important roles in the tribal communities as a watch or guard dogs and main transporters of sleds full of meat and harvest. Though some tribes would consume dogs, these were often for the purpose of ceremony because the meats were appraised as a source of strength. They put much importance on man's best friend that they were found to be buried with their owners or even given burials of their own. Number 2. Exquisite animal headdresses. Because of the Native Americans' tight-knit relationship with nature, animals were praised for the unique features which humans lacked. Whenever they would hunt an animal, they would proceed to honor it by utilizing its fragments as headdresses and accessories. Each tribe would have its own unique style and traditions, which were often dependent on the creativity of the wearer. Teeth, heads, beaks, and others would be symbols of their spiritual and physical strength. The natives wished to acquire some of these traits, such as bravery, loyalty, and intelligence, and believed that wearing these would bestow the power of the animal to the wearer. Number 1. The Banned Sacred Sun Dance. One of the most sacred rituals of the Plains Indians was the Sacred Sun Dance, which was a ceremony of renewal and cleansing, often done by male dancers in a form of self-sacrifice for the tribe. The community gathers around to chant and pray with food, while the dancers endure a series of tests around a pole with rawhide thongs pierced through the skins of their chests. Though this aspect may vary for each tribe, there would always be a sort of personal sacrifice that goes on for days. However, around the late 19th century, this ritual was banned by the settlers who found the practice gruesome, but also in attempts to westernize the natives. Well, that was the last of this list. We hope you learned something, and if you did, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell icon to stay updated. Comment down below what other facts about the Native Americans you'd like the world to know.